My name is Dr. Rachel Bennett. I'm 41 years old. I'm a clinical psychologist in Portland, Oregon. I have a private practice in a restored Victorian house on Hawthorne Boulevard, with a waiting room that looks out onto a garden I planted myself. I specialize in trauma recovery. I help people who have been through the worst things imaginable, abuse, violence, loss, find their way back to themselves. I've been doing this work for 15 years. I'm good at it. I'm better than good. But there's one person I never thought I would help. One person I swore I would never see again. One person who made my life so miserable, so unbearable, that I spent years trying to forget he existed. His name is David Cross. He was my high school English teacher. When I was 15 years old, he made my life a living hell. He didn't hit me. He didn't touch me. He didn't do anything that would have been easy to name, easy to report, easy to escape. He did something worse. He looked at me every day like I was nothing. He called on me in class just to tell me my answers were wrong. He graded my papers with comments that cut deeper than any knife. He told me, in front of everyone, that I would never be good enough. That I was wasting everyone's time. That I should stop pretending I was smart and do something more suited to my abilities. I was 15 years old. I believed him. I believed him so completely that I almost gave up. I almost stopped trying. I almost became the person he said I was. I didn't. I survived. I left that town. I built a life. I became someone he never expected me to be. 25 years later, he walked into my office. He was 63 years old. His hair was gray. His face was lined. His hands were shaking. He was dying. He had pancreatic cancer, stage 4. The doctors had given him 6 months, maybe less. And he had come to me, the only person who could help him, because he needed someone to help him face what he had done. Before I tell you what happened when David Cross sat in the chair across from me, when he looked at me with the eyes of a man who had nothing left to lose, when he asked me for something I had spent 25 years believing I would never give him, I need you to understand what he did to me. I need you to understand the damage he caused. I need you to understand the girl I was before he broke me, and the woman I became after. If you've ever been broken by someone who was supposed to protect you, drop a broken heart in the comments. And tell me where you're watching from. I want to know who else has been where I was. Let me take you back. To a small town in Oregon. To a high school classroom with fluorescent lights and desks in neat rows. To the year I learned that the people who are supposed to help you can be the ones who hurt you most. The town was called Silverton. It was the kind of town where everyone knew everyone. Where the teachers had taught your parents. Where the principal knew your name before you walked through the door. Where the idea of a bad teacher was something that happened somewhere else, to someone else, not here. I was 14 when I started high school. I was smart. I was eager. I was the kind of student who raised her hand, who stayed after class to ask questions, who read ahead in the textbook because I couldn't wait to learn what came next. My parents were proud of me. My teachers liked me. I was going to be someone. I was going to go to college, to graduate school, to a life that was bigger than Silverton. And then I walked into David Cross's classroom. He was new that year. He had come from somewhere else, somewhere no one remembered. He was tall. He was thin. He had a face that was hard to read, eyes that didn't give anything away. He taught English. He was supposed to teach us how to read, how to write, how to think. Instead, he taught me something else. He taught me what it felt like to be nothing. The first day, he called on me. I gave an answer. He looked at me. He didn't say anything for a long time. The class was quiet. The other students were watching. I could feel my face getting hot. "Is that really what you think?" he said. His voice was flat. Cold. I didn't know what to say. I thought it was the right answer. I had studied. I had prepared. I was sure. I started. No, he said. Don't. Sit down. We'll try again next time. Maybe by then you'll have something worth saying. I sat down. I didn't raise my hand for the rest of the year. That was the pattern. Day after day. Week after week. He would call on me. I would answer. He would tell me I was wrong. He would tell me I wasn't trying. He would tell me I was wasting his time and the time of everyone in the room. I stopped raising my hand. It didn't matter. He called on me anyway. He made sure I couldn't hide. He made sure everyone saw. He made sure I knew, every day, that I was not good enough. The other students noticed. They started to treat me differently. The ones who had been my friends drifted away. The ones who hadn't noticed me before started to notice me now. They whispered in the hallways. They laughed when I walked by. They called me names I won't repeat here. I was 15. I was alone. I was drowning. I told my parents. I told them about the way he talked to me. About the way he looked at me. About the way he made me feel like I was nothing. My mother believed me. My father didn't. He went to the school. He talked to the principal. The principal called David Cross into his office. David Cross said I was a troubled student. He said I was struggling. He said he was trying to help me, but I wasn't responding to his methods. The principal believed him. Why wouldn't he? David Cross was a teacher. He had been teaching for 20 years. He had a reputation. He had credentials. He had the weight of the institution behind him. I was a 15-year-old girl. I had nothing. My father came home that night. He looked at me. He didn't say anything. He walked into the living room. He turned on the television. He didn't look at me again. My mother sat on my bed. She held my hand. She didn't say anything. There was nothing to say. The rest of that year was a blur. I stopped talking in class. I stopped raising my hand. I stopped trying. I did the work. I turned it in. I got DS and FS. I didn't care. What was the point? No matter what I did, it wasn't good enough. No matter how hard I tried, he would find a way to tell me I had failed. I started skipping school. I would walk out the front door in the morning, walk to the bus stop, watch the bus come, watch it go, and then walk to the library. I would sit in the library all day, reading, hiding, waiting for the hours to pass. The librarians knew me. They didn't ask questions. They didn't tell anyone. They let me be. My grades fell. My parents were called. My father yelled at me. My mother cried. I didn't say anything. What was there to say? The person who was supposed to be teaching me was destroying me, and no one believed me, and no one could help me, and I had given up. At the end of the year, I failed English. I had to take summer school. David Cross was the teacher. I sat in that classroom for 6 weeks. 6 weeks of being told I was nothing. 6 weeks of being called on, being dismissed, being humiliated. 6 weeks of watching the other students laugh, whisper, look away. At the end of the summer, I passed. I don't know how. I don't remember taking the final exam. I don't remember anything about those 6 weeks except the feeling of being erased. The feeling of disappearing. The feeling of becoming the person he said I was. I transferred schools the next year. My mother found a way. She called in favors. She begged. She cried. She got me into a school in the next town, a place where no one knew me, where no one knew what had happened. I started over. I was 16. I was scared. I was broken. I didn't know if I could be anyone else. But I tried. I raised my hand. I answered questions. I wrote essays. I stayed after class to talk to teachers. I was careful. I was quiet. I was trying to be someone. It worked. The teachers liked me. The students didn't notice me. I was invisible in the way I had always wanted to be invisible. I was safe. I graduated. I went to college. I studied psychology. I wanted to understand what had happened to me. I wanted to understand how someone could do that to another person. I wanted to understand how I had survived. I learned about power. About control. About the people who use their positions to hurt the people they're supposed to protect. I learned that David Cross wasn't the first teacher to do what he did, and he wouldn't be the last. I learned that the system was built to protect people like him, not people like me. I also learned that I was not alone. That there were others. That the shame I carried was not mine to carry. That the things he said about me were not true. That I was not nothing. That I had never been nothing. I went to graduate school. I got my PhD. I became a clinical psychologist. I specialized in trauma recovery. I wanted to help the people who had been where I was. I wanted to give them the thing I never had, someone who believed them, someone who saw them, someone who helped them find their way back. I opened my practice in Portland. I built a life. I made friends. I found a kind of peace. I didn't think about David Cross. I didn't think about the years I lost. I didn't think about the girl who sat in the library, hiding, waiting for the hours to pass. I thought about my patients. I thought about the people who came to me with their stories, their pain, their hope. I helped them. I listened to them. I held their hands. I told them they were not alone. And then, 25 years after I left his classroom, David Cross walked into my office. It was a Tuesday. I remember because Tuesdays were the days I saw my long-term patients, the ones who had been with me for years, the ones who trusted me, the ones who had let me into the deepest parts of themselves. My receptionist buzzed me. "Dr. Bennett? There's a man here to see you. He doesn't have an appointment. He says it's urgent." "What's his name?" "He says his name is David Cross. He says you used to be his student." I sat at my desk. I looked at the window. The garden was green with spring. The flowers were blooming. The sun was warm. "Send him in," I said. The door opened. He walked in. He was older. His hair was gray. His face was lined. He was thin, too thin, the kind of thin that comes from illness, from months of treatment, from a body that is giving up. He was wearing a jacket that was too big for him, pants that were loose at the waist. He looked like someone who had been carrying something heavy for a very long time. He stopped when he saw me. He looked at my office. At the diplomas on the wall. At the books on the shelves. At the chair where my patients sat, the chair where people told me their secrets, their fears, their pain. "Rachel," he said. He stopped. He couldn't find the words. "Dr. Bennett," I said. "Please have a seat." He sat down. He looked at his hands. They were shaking. "I'm dying," he said. "Pancreatic cancer. Stage 4. They gave me 6 months. Maybe less." I didn't say anything. I waited. "I came to see you because," he stopped. He looked at me. His eyes were wet. His face was the face of someone who had been running for a very long time and had finally stopped. "I need to tell you something," he said. "I need to tell you what I did to you. I need to tell you that I was wrong. I need to tell you that I'm sorry." I looked at him. I looked at the man who had made my life miserable. The man who had told me I was nothing. The man who had taken something from me that I could never get back. "Why now?" I asked. "Why not 25 years ago? Why not when I was 15 years old, sitting in your classroom, believing everything you said? Why not when I was failing your class, skipping school, disappearing? Why now? He closed his eyes. Tears ran down his face. Because I was a coward, he said. Because I was too proud to admit I was wrong. Because I was too scared to face what I had done. Because I spent 25 years telling myself it wasn't that bad, that I was just trying to help, that you were a difficult student, that it wasn't my fault. He opened his eyes. He looked at me. His face was the face of someone who had been lying to himself for a very long time. It was my fault, he said. It was all my fault. I was angry. I was bitter. I had been passed over for a promotion. My wife had left me. I was drinking too much. And I took it out on you. I took it out on a 15-year-old girl because I was too weak to face my own failures. He stopped. He put his head in his hands. His shoulders shook. I destroyed you, he said. I watched you disappear. I watched you stop raising your hand. I watched you stop talking. I watched you stop being the person you were supposed to be. And I didn't stop. I didn't apologize. I didn't do anything. I let you believe you were nothing. And I have carried that with me every day for 25 years. I sat in my chair. I looked at him. I looked at the man who had broken me. I looked at the man who was sitting in my office, crying, telling me he was sorry. Why are you here? I asked. What do you want from me? He looked up. His face was wet. His eyes were red. I want to be forgiven, he said. I want to die knowing that you don't hate me. I want to die knowing that what I did to you didn't destroy you. I want to die knowing that you became someone. That you became someone despite me. I looked at him. I looked at the man who had taken something from me that I could never get back. I looked at the man who was asking me for something I had spent 25 years believing I would never give him. I don't know if I can forgive you, I said. I don't know if I can give you what you want. But I can listen. I can hear what you have to say. And I can tell you what it was like. What it was like to be 15 years old, sitting in your classroom, believing everything you said. What it was like to be told, every day, that I was nothing. What it was like to disappear. He nodded. He wiped his face. He sat back in his chair. Tell me, he said. Tell me everything. I told him. I told him about the first day. About the way he looked at me. About the way he said my answer wasn't worth saying. I told him about the months that followed. About the whispering in the hallways. About the friends who drifted away. About the teachers who looked at me differently. I told him about my father, who didn't believe me. About my mother, who held my hand and didn't say anything. About the principal, who believed a teacher over a 15-year-old girl. I told him about the library. About the hours I spent hiding, waiting for the day to end. About the grades that fell. About the summer school, the 6 weeks of being erased. About the feeling of disappearing. About the feeling of becoming the person he said I was. I told him about the years that followed. About the school I transferred to. About the teachers who saw me, who believed in me, who helped me find my way back. About college, graduate school, the life I built. About the work I do now. About the people I help. About the things I have learned. I told him about the anger. About the years I spent carrying it. About the weight of it. About the day I realized that carrying it was hurting me more than it was hurting him. About the day I decided to let it go. He listened. He didn't interrupt. He didn't defend himself. He sat in the chair across from me, his hands in his lap, his face wet with tears, and he listened. When I was done, he was quiet for a long time. The clock ticked. The traffic on Hawthorne Boulevard hummed. The sun moved across the floor. I don't deserve your forgiveness, he said. I don't deserve anything from you. But I want you to know that I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for what I took from you. I'm sorry for the years you lost. I'm sorry for the person I was. I'm sorry for the person I became. I looked at him. I looked at this man who had broken me. I looked at this man who was dying. I looked at this man who was asking me for something I had spent 25 years believing I would never give him. I don't know if I can forgive you, I said. I don't know if I will ever be able to forgive you. But I want you to know something. I survived. I survived what you did to me. I built a life. I became someone. And that's not because of you. It's despite you. It's because I was stronger than you thought I was. It's because I was never the person you said I was. He nodded. He wiped his face. He stood up. Thank you, he said. For listening. For telling me. For letting me see what I did. I've been carrying this for 25 years. I thought if I could just tell you, if I could just say I was sorry, I would be free. But I don't think that's how it works. I don't think I get to be free. I don't think I deserve it. He walked to the door. He stopped. He didn't turn around. I'm proud of you, he said. I know that doesn't mean anything. I know I don't have the right to say it. But I'm proud of you. I'm proud of who you became. I'm proud of the person you are. He walked out. I sat in my office. I looked at the window. The garden was green. The flowers were blooming. The sun was warm. I didn't know if I had forgiven him. I didn't know if I ever could. But I knew something. I knew that I was free. I knew that the anger I had carried for 25 years was gone. I knew that the weight I had been carrying was finally, light. Here's where I need to pause. Because what happened next, the weeks that followed, the phone call I didn't expect, the thing he left for me, that's the part of this story that changed everything. That's the part that taught me what forgiveness really means. If you've ever been asked to forgive someone who didn't deserve it, type forgive in the comments. Let me know you understand. David Cross left my office that Tuesday afternoon, and I thought that was the end of it. I thought he would go home, or back to the hospital, or wherever it was that dying people go when they've said what they needed to say. I thought I would never see him again. I thought the apology, the confession, the 25 years of weight I had been carrying, I thought it was over. I was wrong. A week later, I got a letter. It was handwritten, on paper that was thick and cream-colored, the kind of paper that people use when they want something to last. The envelope had my name on it, my office address, no return address. I recognized the handwriting. It was the same handwriting that had written "See me after class" on my papers. The same handwriting that had left comments in the margins, comments I had memorized and carried with me for years. I opened it. There was a letter inside, 3 pages, front and back. I sat at my desk. I read it. Dear Rachel, I'm writing this because I didn't say everything I needed to say. I didn't say it because I was scared. I was scared of what you would think of me. I was scared of what you would see in my face when I told you the truth. I was scared of the person I had become. I was not a good teacher. I know that now. I knew it then, but I couldn't admit it. I was angry. I was bitter. I was a man who had been given everything and had thrown it all away. I had a wife who loved me. I had a job that mattered. I had students who looked up to me. And I destroyed it. I destroyed it because I was weak. I destroyed it because I was scared. I destroyed it because I didn't know how to be the person everyone thought I was. But there's something I didn't tell you. Something I should have told you 25 years ago. Something I have been carrying with me every day since you walked out of my classroom for the last time. I wasn't just a bad teacher. I was a bad person. And I was a bad person because I was hiding something. Something I couldn't tell anyone. Something I couldn't admit to myself. I was in love with you. I stopped reading. I put the letter down. I stared at the wall. The garden outside my window was green. The flowers were blooming. The sun was warm. But I was cold. I was cold in a way I hadn't been in years. I picked up the letter. I kept reading. I was in love with you. I know that's not something you want to hear. I know it's not something you should have to hear. But it's the truth. It's the truth I've been hiding for 25 years. It's the truth that made me treat you the way I did. It's the truth that made me push you away, that made me hurt you, that made me try to destroy the thing I wanted most. I didn't know how to love. I didn't know how to want something without destroying it. I had spent my whole life pushing people away, hurting the people who came close to me, making sure no one could see who I really was. And then you walked into my classroom. You were 14 years old. You were smart. You were eager. You were everything I wanted to be and everything I was afraid of. I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle wanting something I couldn't have. I couldn't handle the feelings that scared me, that shamed me, that made me hate myself. So I did what I always did. I pushed you away. I hurt you. I tried to make you disappear. Because if you disappeared, I wouldn't have to want you. If you disappeared, I wouldn't have to face what I was. I know this doesn't excuse what I did. I know it doesn't make it better. I know it probably makes it worse. But I wanted you to know. I wanted you to know the truth. I wanted you to know that it wasn't your fault. It was never your fault. You were never the problem. I was. I was the problem. I was the broken one. I was the one who couldn't love without destroying. I'm dying. I don't have much time. I wanted to tell you this before I go. I wanted you to know that you didn't do anything wrong. You were never nothing. You were never the person I said you were. You were the person I wanted to be. You were the person I was too scared to become. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the years I took from you. I'm sorry for the pain I caused. I'm sorry for the person I was. I'm sorry for the person I am. I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't deserve it. But I wanted you to know the truth. I wanted you to know that you were never the problem. You were never nothing. You were everything. David. I sat at my desk. I held the letter in my hands. I looked at the garden. The flowers were blooming. The sun was warm. But I was cold. I was cold in a way I hadn't been in years. I thought about the man who had written this letter. The man who had made my life miserable. The man who had told me I was nothing. The man who had been in love with me. The man who had been so broken, so twisted, so lost that the only way he knew how to want something was to destroy it. I didn't know what to feel. I didn't know if I was angry or sad or something else entirely. I didn't know if the truth made it better or worse. I didn't know if knowing that he had been in love with me changed anything at all. I folded the letter. I put it in my desk drawer. I went back to work. I didn't sleep that night. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking about the letter. Thinking about David Cross. Thinking about the 15-year-old girl who sat in his classroom, believing everything he said, believing she was nothing. I thought about the way he looked at me. The way he called on me in class. The way he wrote comments on my papers. The way he made sure I knew, every day, that I was not good enough. I had thought it was cruelty. I had thought it was hatred. I had thought it was the casual meanness of a man who had been passed over for a promotion, whose wife had left him, who was drinking too much. I had thought it was about me. I had thought it was about something I had done, something I was, something I lacked. But it wasn't. It was about him. It was always about him. It was about a man who was so broken that the only way he knew how to want something was to destroy it. It was about a man who was so scared of his own feelings that he tried to erase the person who caused them. I didn't know if that made it better. I didn't know if it made it worse. I didn't know what to do with the knowledge that the man who had broken me had been broken himself. I went to work the next day. I saw my patients. I listened to their stories. I helped them carry their pain. I did the work I had been doing for 15 years. But the letter was there, in my desk drawer, waiting. At the end of the day, I called the number at the bottom of the letter. A woman answered. She said she was from the hospice. She said David Cross had been admitted the day before. She said he was weak. She said he didn't have much time. Can I see him? I asked. She was quiet for a moment. I'll check. I'll call you back. She called back an hour later. She said he was awake. She said he was asking for me. She said I could come whenever I was ready. I drove to the hospice the next morning. It was a low building on the edge of the city, surrounded by trees that were just starting to turn gold. The parking lot was almost empty. The entrance was quiet, the kind of quiet that comes from places where people go to wait. I gave my name at the front desk. The woman there looked at me with kind eyes. She had the kind of face that had seen too much to be surprised by anything. Room 217, she said. He's been asking for you. I walked down the hall. The floors were polished. The walls were beige. The doors were closed. Behind each door, someone was waiting. Someone was saying goodbye. I stopped outside room 217. I could see through the window. There was a bed. A man in the bed. He was thin. His hair was gray. His face was pale. He was sleeping, or pretending to sleep, his eyes closed, his hands folded on the blanket. I opened the door. I walked in. The room smelled like medicine and flowers. There was a vase on the windowsill, roses that were starting to wilt. There was a chair by the bed, the kind that folds out for family who stay the night. There was a photograph on the bedside table. I looked at it. It was a picture of me. From high school. My yearbook photo. The one I had hated because it showed the girl who was disappearing. He had kept it. All these years, he had kept it. I sat down in the chair. I looked at him. His face was thinner than I remembered. His hands were the same. The hands that had written comments on my papers. The hands that had pointed at me, dismissed me, erased me. He opened his eyes. He looked at me. For a moment, he didn't seem to know who I was. His eyes were cloudy, unfocused. Then they cleared. He saw me. Rachel, he said. His voice was weak. A whisper. You came. You asked me to. He nodded. He looked at the ceiling. He looked at the photograph on the table. He looked at me. I didn't think you would. I wouldn't have blamed you if you didn't. I didn't say anything. I waited. You read the letter, he said. I read the letter. He closed his eyes. Tears ran down his face. He didn't wipe them away. I'm sorry, he said. I'm sorry for the things I said in that letter. I'm sorry for telling you. I should have taken it to my grave. I should have let you go on thinking I was just a cruel, bitter man who took his anger out on a child. I shouldn't have told you the truth. Why not? He opened his eyes. He looked at me. His face was the face of someone who had been carrying something for a very long time. Because it's worse, he said. It's worse to know that I wanted you. It's worse to know that I was in love with you. It's worse to know that the reason I hurt you was because I wanted something I couldn't have. It's worse to know that I was broken in a way that made me hurt the people I wanted most. He stopped. He was breathing hard. His face was pale. I didn't want to hurt you, he said. I wanted to love you. I wanted to be the person who helped you become who you were supposed to be. But I didn't know how. I didn't know how to want something without destroying it. I didn't know how to love without hurting. I didn't know how to be anything except what I was. I looked at him. I looked at this man who had broken me. I looked at this man who was dying. I looked at this man who was telling me he had been in love with me. Did you love me? I asked. Or did you love the idea of me? The idea of a girl who looked up to you, who needed you, who made you feel like you were someone. He was quiet for a long time. The machines hummed. The traffic on the street below was faint, distant. I don't know, he said. I don't know if I knew how to love anyone. I don't know if I know now. I spent my whole life wanting things I couldn't have, pushing away the people who came close to me, hurting the people who trusted me. I don't know if that's love. I don't know if it's anything. He looked at me. His eyes were wet. His face was the face of someone who had been looking for something for a very long time and had finally given up. But I know that I thought about you. Every day. For 25 years. I thought about the girl who raised her hand in my classroom. The girl who was so smart, so eager, so full of light. I thought about the way I watched that light go out. I thought about the way I watched you disappear. I thought about the person you could have been if I hadn't broken you. You didn't break me, I said. You tried. But you didn't break me. He looked at me. His face was wet. His hands were shaking. I'm proud of you, he said. I know that doesn't mean anything. I know I don't have the right to say it. But I'm proud of you. I'm proud of who you became. I'm proud of the person you are. I'm proud that you survived me. I sat in the chair. I looked at him. I looked at this man who had made my life miserable. I looked at this man who was dying. I looked at this man who had been in love with me. I didn't come here to forgive you, I said. I didn't come here to make you feel better. I came here because I needed to see you. I needed to see the person who broke me. I needed to see that you were real. I needed to see that you were just a man. A broken man. He nodded. He didn't say anything. I spent 25 years thinking there was something wrong with me, I said. I spent 25 years wondering what I did. What I said. What I was. I spent 25 years carrying the weight of what you did to me. And now I know. It wasn't me. It was never me. It was you. It was always you. He closed his eyes. Tears ran down his face. I know, he said. I know. I stood up. I walked to the door. I stopped. David, I said. He opened his eyes. He looked at me. I don't forgive you, I said. I don't think I ever will. But I want you to know something. I survived. I built a life. I became someone. And that's not because of you. It's despite you. It's because I was stronger than you thought I was. It's because I was never the person you said I was. He nodded. He was crying. I was crying. We stood there, in the hospice room, the man who had broken me and the woman who had survived him. Thank you, he said. Thank you for coming. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for being the person you are. I walked out. I didn't look back. Here's where I need to pause. Because what happened next, the weeks that followed, the phone call I didn't expect, the thing he left for me, that's the part of this story that I didn't see coming. That's the part that taught me what it really means to let go. If you've ever had to let go of something you thought you would carry forever, type let go in the comments. Let me know you understand. I drove home from the hospice in a kind of daze. The city was bright with spring. The trees were blooming. The streets were full of people living their lives, going to work, picking up their children, buying groceries. Normal people doing normal things. And I was driving home from visiting the man who had broken me, the man who was dying, the man who had been in love with me. I didn't know what I felt. I didn't know if I felt anything. I had spent 25 years carrying the weight of what he did to me. 25 years of anger, of shame, of wondering what was wrong with me. 25 years of building a life that was proof that he was wrong, that I was someone, that I was not nothing. And now he was dying. Now he had told me the truth. Now he had told me he was in love with me. Now he had told me that it wasn't my fault, that it was never my fault, that I was never the problem. I should have felt free. I should have felt the weight lift. I should have felt the anger drain away. But I didn't. I felt something else. Something I didn't have a name for. Something that was almost like grief. I went home. I sat on my couch. I looked at the walls. I looked at the photographs on the mantle, my parents, my friends, my patients. I looked at the life I had built. The life I had built from nothing. The life I had built despite him. I thought about the 15-year-old girl who sat in his classroom. The girl who believed everything he said. The girl who thought she was nothing. I thought about the years she lost. The years she spent hiding in the library, waiting for the hours to pass. The years she spent believing she wasn't good enough. I thought about the woman she became. The woman who built a life. The woman who helped other people find their way back. The woman who was strong, who was capable, who was enough. I thought about the man who had broken her. The man who was dying. The man who had told her he was in love with her. The man who had asked for her forgiveness. I didn't know if I could forgive him. I didn't know if I wanted to. I didn't know if forgiveness was something I owed him, something I owed myself, or something I didn't owe anyone at all. I fell asleep on the couch. I dreamed of the classroom. The fluorescent lights. The desks in neat rows. The man at the front of the room, looking at me with eyes that were cold, that were hard, that were nothing. I woke up in the dark. The house was quiet. The city was quiet. I was alone. The weeks that followed were strange. I went to work. I saw my patients. I did the work I had been doing for 15 years. But something was different. Something had shifted. I was carrying something, but I didn't know what it was. I was waiting for something, but I didn't know what I was waiting for. I thought about David Cross. I thought about the letter. I thought about the photograph on his bedside table. My yearbook photo. The one I had hated because it showed the girl who was disappearing. He had kept it. All those years, he had kept it. I thought about what he said. I was in love with you. I thought about what it meant. I thought about what it didn't mean. I thought about the 15-year-old girl who had been the object of a broken man's obsession. I thought about the way he had tried to destroy her because he couldn't have her. I thought about the way he had watched her disappear and done nothing to stop it. I thought about the man he was. The man who was dying. The man who had spent 25 years carrying the weight of what he did. The man who had finally told the truth. I didn't know if the truth made it better. I didn't know if it made it worse. I didn't know if knowing that he had been in love with me changed anything at all. The phone call came 3 weeks later. It was the woman from the hospice. Her voice was soft. She had the kind of voice that had delivered this news many times before. Dr. Bennett? I'm sorry to call so late. David Cross passed away this evening. He was peaceful. He wasn't in pain. He asked me to call you. He asked me to tell you that he was sorry. And he asked me to give you something. What is it? He left a box. For you. He said you would know what it was. He said you could do whatever you wanted with it. Throw it away. Keep it. Burn it. He said it was yours. I was quiet for a moment. The city was dark outside my window. The lights were on in the buildings across the street. People were living their lives. Normal people doing normal things. I'll come tomorrow, I said. To pick it up. I went to the hospice the next morning. The building was the same. The parking lot was almost empty. The entrance was quiet. The woman at the front desk looked at me with kind eyes. She handed me a box. It was small. Wooden. Old. The kind of box that holds things that matter. He wanted you to have this, she said. He said you would know what to do with it. I took the box. I walked out. I drove home. I sat on my couch. I opened it. Inside were letters. Dozens of them. All addressed to me. All unsent. All written over 25 years. I opened the first one. The date was 1998. The year I left his classroom. The year I transferred schools. The year I started to disappear. Dear Rachel. I'm writing this because I can't say it to your face. I'm writing this because I'm a coward. I'm writing this because I don't know how to be anything except what I am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did to you. I'm sorry for the way I treated you. I'm sorry for the things I said. I'm sorry for the person I was. I'm sorry for the person I am. I know you won't read this. I know you'll never know how sorry I am. But I need to write it. I need to say it. I need to put it somewhere outside myself. I'm sorry. I put the letter down. I picked up the next one. The date was 1999. The year I graduated from high school. Dear Rachel. I heard you graduated. I heard you're going to college. I heard you're going to study psychology. I heard you want to help people. I think about you. I think about what I did to you. I think about the person you could have been if I hadn't broken you. I think about the person you are becoming. I'm proud of you. I know I don't have the right to say that. I know I don't have the right to feel anything about you. But I'm proud of you. I'm proud of who you're becoming. I'm proud that you survived me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for what I took from you. I'm sorry for the years you lost. I'm sorry for everything. I read through the letters. One for every year. One for every year I was becoming someone. One for every year he was carrying the weight of what he did. There were letters about my graduation from college. My acceptance to graduate school. My PhD. My practice. There were letters about the things he had heard, the things he had learned, the things he had imagined about the life I was living. There were letters about his own life. The drinking. The jobs he lost. The relationships that failed. The years he spent alone. The years he spent trying to be someone else, someone better, someone who deserved to be forgiven. And at the bottom of the box, a letter dated 3 weeks ago. The day after he came to my office. Dear Rachel. I saw you today. I told you I was sorry. I told you I was in love with you. I told you the truth. And you listened. You listened to a dying man tell you the worst things about himself. You listened to the man who broke you tell you he was in love with you. You listened. And you didn't run away. You didn't scream. You didn't throw me out. You listened. I don't know if you'll ever forgive me. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you should. But I want you to know that I'm not the same person I was. I'm not the man who broke you. I'm not the man who watched you disappear and did nothing. I'm someone else. Someone who has spent 25 years trying to be better. Someone who has spent 25 years carrying the weight of what he did. Someone who has spent 25 years wishing he could go back and be the person you deserved. I'm dying. I don't have much time. I wanted you to know that you saved me. You saved me from being the person I was. You saved me from becoming the person I was going to be. You saved me by surviving. You saved me by becoming someone. You saved me by showing me that it was possible to be better. I know that doesn't make up for what I did. I know it doesn't make it right. But I wanted you to know. I wanted you to know that you changed me. You changed me in ways I didn't think I could be changed. You made me want to be someone else. Someone better. Someone who deserved to be forgiven. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for what I took from you. I'm sorry for the person I was. I'm sorry for the person I am. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you existed. I'm grateful that you survived. I'm grateful that you became someone. I'm grateful that you let me see you one last time. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being the person you are. Thank you for showing me what it means to be strong. David. I sat on my couch. I held the letter in my hands. The box was open on the coffee table. The letters were spread out around me. 25 years of letters. 25 years of a man trying to become someone else. 25 years of carrying the weight of what he did. I didn't know what to feel. I didn't know if I was angry or sad or something else entirely. I didn't know if the letters made it better or worse. I didn't know if knowing that he had been carrying this weight for 25 years changed anything at all. But I knew something. I knew that I was tired. I was tired of carrying the weight of what he did. I was tired of being angry. I was tired of being the person who was broken and had to fix herself alone. I was tired of being the person who couldn't let go. I put the letters back in the box. I put the box on the shelf. I looked at it. I looked at the letters that had been written over 25 years. I looked at the man who had written them. The man who had broken me. The man who had spent 25 years trying to be someone else. The man who was gone. I thought about what he wrote. You saved me. You saved me from being the person I was. I thought about what that meant. I thought about what it didn't mean. I thought about the 15-year-old girl who had been the object of a broken man's obsession. I thought about the woman who had become someone despite him. I didn't know if I had saved him. I didn't know if anyone could save anyone else. I didn't know if the work he had done, the letters he had written, the person he had tried to become, I didn't know if any of it mattered. I didn't know if it changed what he did. I didn't know if it made it better. I didn't know if it made it worse. But I knew something. I knew that I was tired. I was tired of carrying the weight of what he did. I was tired of being the person who was broken. I was tired of being the person who couldn't let go. I picked up the box. I walked to the fireplace. I opened the flue. I knelt down. I thought about the 15-year-old girl who sat in his classroom. The girl who believed everything he said. The girl who thought she was nothing. I thought about the woman she became. The woman who built a life. The woman who helped other people find their way back. The woman who was strong, who was capable, who was enough. I thought about the man who had broken her. The man who was gone. The man who had spent 25 years trying to be someone else. The man who had written her letters he never sent. The man who had carried the weight of what he did until the day he died. I took the letters out of the box. I held them in my hands. 25 years of letters. 25 years of a man trying to become someone else. 25 years of carrying the weight of what he did. I put them in the fireplace. I lit a match. I watched them burn. The fire was bright. The paper curled and blackened. The words disappeared. The letters became ash. The weight I had been carrying for 25 years became smoke. It rose up the chimney. It disappeared into the sky. I sat on the floor. I watched the fire burn. I watched the letters become nothing. I watched the man who had written them become nothing. I watched the girl who had been broken become someone. I didn't know if I had forgiven him. I didn't know if I ever could. But I knew that I had let go. I had let go of the anger. I had let go of the shame. I had let go of the weight I had been carrying for 25 years. I had let go of the person I was when he broke me. I had let go of the girl who sat in his classroom, believing she was nothing. I was not that girl anymore. I was someone else. Someone who had built a life. Someone who had become someone. Someone who was strong, who was capable, who was enough. I sat on the floor. The fire burned down. The ashes cooled. The room was quiet. The city was quiet. I was alone. But I wasn't lonely. I was free. Here's where I need to pause. Because what happened next, the days that followed, the realization that came, the thing I finally understood, that's the part of this story that taught me what it really means to let go. If you've ever let go of something you thought you would carry forever, type free in the comments. Let me know you understand. The days after I burned the letters were quiet. Not the quiet of emptiness. The quiet of something that had finally stopped. The quiet of a storm that had passed. I went to work. I saw my patients. I listened to their stories. I helped them carry their pain. I did the work I had been doing for 15 years. But something was different. Something had shifted. The weight I had been carrying for 25 years was gone. I didn't think about David Cross. Not the way I had thought about him before. He was there, in the background, the way things are when they've been part of your life for so long you don't notice them anymore. But he wasn't heavy. He wasn't sharp. He wasn't the thing that woke me up at night or made me hold my breath when I walked into a room. He was just there. A memory. A story. A thing that had happened to someone who was not me anymore. I thought about the letters. The 25 years of letters. The 25 years of a man trying to become someone else. The 25 years of carrying the weight of what he did. I thought about the fire. The way the paper curled and blackened. The way the words disappeared. The way the smoke rose up the chimney and disappeared into the sky. I thought about the 15-year-old girl who sat in his classroom. The girl who believed everything he said. The girl who thought she was nothing. I thought about the woman she became. The woman who built a life. The woman who helped other people find their way back. The woman who was strong, who was capable, who was enough. I thought about forgiveness. About what it meant. About what it cost. About whether I had forgiven him. About whether I needed to. I didn't know. I didn't know if I had forgiven him. I didn't know if I ever could. But I knew that I had let go. I had let go of the anger. I had let go of the shame. I had let go of the weight I had been carrying for 25 years. I had let go of the person I was when he broke me. And that, I realized, was more important than forgiveness. That was freedom. I went back to the hospice a week after the funeral. I didn't know why. I didn't have a reason. I just needed to go. I needed to see the room. I needed to see the place where he had died. I needed to close something that had been open for too long. The building was the same. The parking lot was almost empty. The entrance was quiet. The woman at the front desk looked at me with kind eyes. "Can I help you?" she asked. "I was here before," I said. "For David Cross. I wanted to see his room. If that's okay." She nodded. She didn't ask why. She didn't need to. Room 217. It's empty now. Take all the time you need. I walked down the hall. The floors were polished. The walls were beige. The doors were closed. Behind each door, someone was waiting. Someone was saying goodbye. I stopped outside room 217. The door was open. The room was empty. The bed was made. The windows were open. The curtains moved in the breeze. The room smelled like flowers and fresh air. The roses were gone. The photograph was gone. The man was gone. I walked in. I stood in the middle of the room. I looked at the bed where he had died. I looked at the chair where I had sat. I looked at the window where he had looked out at the last days of his life. I thought about the man who had been in this room. The man who had broken me. The man who had spent 25 years trying to be someone else. The man who had written me letters he never sent. The man who had asked for my forgiveness. I thought about what he wrote. "You saved me. You saved me from being the person I was. I thought about what that meant. I thought about what it didn't mean. I thought about the 15-year-old girl who had been the object of a broken man's obsession. I thought about the woman who had become someone despite him. I didn't know if I had saved him. I didn't know if anyone could save anyone else. I didn't know if the work he had done, the letters he had written, the person he had tried to become, I didn't know if any of it mattered. I didn't know if it changed what he did. I didn't know if it made it better. I didn't know if it made it worse. But I knew something. I knew that I was free. I knew that the weight I had been carrying for 25 years was gone. I knew that the girl who sat in his classroom, believing she was nothing, was not me anymore. I was someone else. Someone who had built a life. Someone who had become someone. Someone who was strong, who was capable, who was enough. I stood in the empty room. I looked at the window. The sun was setting. The sky was orange and pink and purple. The trees were gold with fall. The city was quiet. I was quiet. I didn't say anything. There was nothing to say. The man who had broken me was gone. The girl who had been broken was gone. What was left was me. The me I had built. The me I had become. I walked out. I didn't look back. The months that followed were ordinary. I went to work. I saw my patients. I listened to their stories. I helped them carry their pain. I did the work I had been doing for 15 years. But I was different. The weight was gone. The anger was gone. The shame was gone. I was free. I didn't think about David Cross. Not the way I had thought about him before. He was there, in the background, the way things are when they've been part of your life for so long you don't notice them anymore. But he wasn't heavy. He wasn't sharp. He was just a memory. A story. A thing that had happened to someone who was not me anymore. I thought about the letters. The 25 years of letters. The 25 years of a man trying to become someone else. I thought about the fire. The way the paper curled and blackened. The way the words disappeared. The way the smoke rose up the chimney and disappeared into the sky. I thought about forgiveness. About what it meant. About what it cost. About whether I had forgiven him. About whether I needed to. I didn't know. I didn't know if I had forgiven him. I didn't know if I ever could. But I knew that I had let go. I had let go of the anger. I had let go of the shame. I had let go of the weight I had been carrying for 25 years. I had let go of the person I was when he broke me. And that, I realized, was enough. That was more than enough. One day, a patient came to see me. She was young. 19. She had been in a relationship with a man who had hurt her. A man who had told her she was nothing. A man who had made her believe it. She sat in the chair across from me. Her hands were in her lap. Her face was pale. Her eyes were red. She looked like someone who had been carrying something for a very long time. I don't know how to let go, she said. I don't know how to stop being angry. I don't know how to stop being afraid. I don't know how to be the person I was before he broke me. I looked at her. I looked at this young woman who was so much like I had been. This young woman who was trying to find her way back. I know, I said. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to be broken by someone who was supposed to protect you. I know what it feels like to carry that weight for years. I know what it feels like to wonder if you'll ever be whole again. She looked at me. Her eyes were wet. How did you do it? How did you let go? I was quiet for a moment. I thought about the man who had broken me. The man who was gone. The man who had spent 25 years trying to be someone else. The man who had written me letters he never sent. The man who had asked for my forgiveness. I didn't forgive him, I said. Not the way you think. I didn't wake up one day and decide to let go of the anger. I didn't have a moment of clarity where I understood what he did and why. I didn't find peace in the knowledge that he was sorry. I leaned forward. I looked at her. I wanted her to hear what I was going to say. I wanted her to know that it was possible to be free. I wanted her to know that she could let go. I let go because I was tired. I was tired of carrying something that wasn't mine to carry. I was tired of being angry at someone who didn't matter anymore. I was tired of being the person who was broken. I was tired of being the person who couldn't move on. She was quiet. She was listening. Letting go isn't about them, I said. It's about you. It's about choosing to stop carrying something that was never yours to carry. It's about choosing to be free. It's about choosing to be the person you want to be, not the person they made you. She nodded. She wiped her eyes. She looked at me. Her face was open. Her eyes were clear. I want to be free, she said. I want to be the person I was before he broke me. You can be, I said. You can be that person. Not because you forget what happened. Not because you forgive him. But because you choose to be. You choose to be the person you want to be. You choose to build a life that is yours. You choose to let go. She sat in the chair. She looked at her hands. She was quiet for a long time. The clock ticked. The traffic on Hawthorne Boulevard hummed. The sun moved across the floor. I think I can do that, she said. I think I can let go. I smiled. I looked at this young woman who was so much like I had been. I looked at the person she was becoming. I looked at the person she would be. I know you can, I said. I know you can. Here's what I've learned. Forgiveness isn't about the other person. It's about you. It's about letting go of something that was never yours to carry. It's about choosing to be free. It's about building a life that is yours, a life that no one can take away, a life that is enough. I spent 25 years carrying the weight of what David Cross did to me. I spent 25 years being angry, being ashamed, being the person who was broken. I spent 25 years wondering what I did wrong, what I said wrong, what I was. And then he came to me. A dying man. A broken man. A man who had spent 25 years carrying the weight of what he did. He asked for my forgiveness. He asked for my help. He asked me to let him go. I didn't forgive him. Not the way he wanted. Not the way you forgive someone who has hurt you. I didn't have a moment of clarity where I understood what he did and why. I didn't find peace in the knowledge that he was sorry. But I let go. I let go because I was tired. I was tired of carrying something that wasn't mine to carry. I was tired of being angry at someone who didn't matter anymore. I was tired of being the person who was broken. I was tired of being the person who couldn't move on. I let go because I wanted to be free. I wanted to be the person I was before he broke me. I wanted to be the person I had become despite him. I wanted to be the person who was strong, who was capable, who was enough. I let go. And when I let go, I realized something. The person who broke me was not the person who saved me. I was the one who saved me. I was the one who built a life from nothing. I was the one who became someone. I was the one who let go. I am Rachel Bennett. I am 41 years old. I am a clinical psychologist. I help people who have been through the worst things imaginable find their way back to themselves. I have been doing this work for 15 years. I am good at it. I am better than good. But the person I helped most was myself. The person I saved was myself. The person I let go was myself. And that, I have learned, is the only person you can save. The only person you can let go. The only person you can forgive. I think about the 15-year-old girl who sat in David Cross's classroom. The girl who believed everything he said. The girl who thought she was nothing. I want to tell her something. I want to tell her that she is going to be okay. That she is going to be more than okay. That she is going to become someone he never expected. That she is going to build something from nothing. That she is going to be free. I want to tell her that the best revenge is a life well lived. That the best revenge is not caring anymore. That the best revenge is letting go. I want to tell her that she doesn't need him to forgive her. She doesn't need him to apologize. She doesn't need him to be sorry. She needs herself. She needs to be the person who shows up for herself. Who fights for herself. Who builds a life that is hers. I want to tell her that she is enough. That she has always been enough. That she was never nothing. That she was never the person he said she was. I want to tell her that she is free. That she has always been free. That she just didn't know it. I am Rachel Bennett. I am 41 years old. I am a clinical psychologist. I help people find their way back to themselves. I help them let go of the weight they've been carrying. I help them become the people they were always meant to be. And I am free. I am free of the man who broke me. I am free of the girl who believed she was nothing. I am free of the weight I carried for 25 years. I am free of the story I told myself about who I was and what I deserved. I am free because I chose to be. I am free because I built something that no one could take away. I am free because I am the person I decided to be. If you've ever been broken by someone who was supposed to protect you, if you've ever carried the weight of something that wasn't yours to carry, if you've ever wondered if you would ever be whole again, I want you to know something. You will be whole. You will build something new. You will become someone that no one can touch. Not because you forget what happened, but because you choose to be free. You don't have to forgive. You don't have to forget. You don't have to be the person who gives second chances. But you do have to be the person who shows up for yourself. Who fights for yourself. Who builds a life that is yours. And when the moment comes, when you have the chance to let go of the anger, the hurt, the weight of what was done to you, I hope you take it. Not because they deserve it. Because you do. Because you deserve to be free. My name is Rachel Bennett. I help people find their way back. I help people let go. I help people become who they were always meant to be. And I am free. If this story resonated with you, if you've ever had to let go of something you thought you would carry forever, leave a comment. Tell me your story. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. I have more stories to tell. And I want you to be here for them. My name is Rachel Bennett. I am enough. I have always been enough. And so are you.